viewers this beautiful Saturday morning. Yes, we give all the glory to God for keeping us all through the week till today. We are here once again. As you know, the show is Perspectives. On Perspectives, you know, if it happened, it's happening, or it's been talked about. We bring you the full gist here on Perspectives. Yes, I'm your regular host, Yinka Kenny is my name, and usually I am being sandwiched with my co-anchor, Abib Abdul. Good morning.
Good morning, Nika. That sandwich part. Good morning, viewers.
Tantalizing.
Oh yeah. Good morning, viewers. Yes, we've covered another 7 days, and here we are again. You are in for a good show today. Just stay tuned.
Yes,
it will be fantastic. It will be nice.
And
I'm sure you have a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about, because I cannot but talk about this morning. This morning, I happened to come all the way from Ibadan.
Yeah.
And you want to try that traffic from, I think that place is called the Youth Center. You know, coming to Lagos, the traffic, you know, it's so bad. And when you're saying going to Ibadan, in fact, the traffic is up until the express road on Secretariat bus stop here. It's terrible. Everywhere is jam-packed. The trailer, yes, you have the picture on the screen. The trailer, you know, here and there, and the diversion, you know, everything is just, everybody is stranded. You won't believe that I had to come with a bike all the way from before Redeem to this place this morning.
Wow.
In fact, I couldn't believe myself. These are the pictures I took this morning. This is happening right now, right on Lagos Ibadan Express Road. It's so jam-packed. So if you are going out this morning, if you are going towards that axis, just think twice before, because it's on both sides. When you are going out of Lagos, you face it all the way from Secretariat, and if you are coming in from Ibadan, you face it before you get to Redeem. It's everywhere, it's blocked, it's jam-packed. These are pictures I took on my way this morning, even while I was on bike.
Wow.
I tell you.
It's in the blood. You'll always take pictures.
I always take now the work where we did do.
Exactly.
I don't get you.
But you know, talking about this traffic thing, have you been to Apapa Road? And we are kind of getting used to this thing.
No. We shouldn't, because I think that you know, there should be alternative. We can't continue like this. The lifespan of Nigerians can't just be cut short like this. Because I tell you, this morning I just couldn't believe myself. Anyway, having said that, I want to believe that our honorable minister for works, because I know him is an action man, and I believe that he will take action. I trust him anytime, any day. He doesn't fail me. Please, this is to you, our honorable minister for works, Babatunde Raji Fashola. Yeah. Please, and please, something just needs to be done. We can't continue like this. It's too ethic on the lives of Nigerians, and it stalls a lot of things. It stalls businesses, it stalls work, it stalls so many things. Please, and please, those that are concerned, you please look into that. This morning we have a beautiful guest in the studio this morning. But before we bring in our guests, let's go for a short break. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. The show is still Perspectives, and today we'll be talking about something that is being talked all over in the country in the past. I think it's been since last week till this week. You know, it's the
more this week.
More of it this week, and that is the story of our Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onnoghen. You know, since the news broke of the alleged culpability in asset declaration anomalies in asset declaration anomalies by Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onnoghen. There have been several reactions opposing. Some are for it, some are against it. Some are saying the arraignment is not supposed to be. Some are saying yes, it's supposed to be. The executive arm of government, represented by the Code of Conduct Bureau, served the CJN with a notice of summon for trial. This has been kicked against from several quarters, including the CJN, who refused to appear for the trial even on Monday. Various concerns have been raised, especially about the timing of the allegations and the process followed by the executive. The executive has also countered, saying, should the timing matter when an offense has been allegedly committed? Or should we just look the other way because of the caliber of the person? Or maybe the CJN also has immunity. So many things happens in Nigeria. These are many more we'll be looking at this morning with the guests in the house. The topic we're going to be talking about this morning is arraignment of the CJN. Is it a matter of legality or of integrity, or is it even political? This morning I have with me in the studio Barrister Jide Ologun. He's an advocate and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. He's a member of Nigerian Institute of Management. He's also the past chairman of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Branch. Barrister Jide Ologun, good morning. You're welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year to you. Yes, the number to call is 0906 260. You can be a part of the show. Tell us your own perspective of this story that has been flying about. 0906 Yes, Barrister. With this current situation surrounding the arraignment of the CJN, it may appear that the CJN, just like some of our elected officers, they have immunity. Can you clarify this? Does the CJN really have immunity, especially from the angle of from the position of the law?
No, he does not enjoy any immunity like the president or the vice president or the governor. But the issue here is that if you look at the appointment of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, you check section 231 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, he is to be nominated by the president on the recommendation of the National Judicial Council, and that nomination will be forwarded to the Senate for confirmation. And the query here is that there is also a process for removing the Chief Justice from office, which of course stained the efforts of the federal government or whoever is behind the crisis we had recently. That procedure was not followed. If there are complaints, you refer the complaints to the National Judicial Council, who will make recommendations on whether he should be arraigned or so. And there's even also a judicial pronouncement in the case of Ngajiwa and the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the Court of Appeal that process should be followed. But many are disregarding it. And you read that he was summoned. Even the tribunal admitted that he was not properly served. So what some of us are saying is that even when you are doing the right thing, follow the right procedures also. Let's talk about the ethical angle of it. Ethical, it's about moral principles. Of course, if you are expected to declare your assets under the law, you are bound by the law to do that. That is a function of honesty, of integrity. But is there a procedure for dealing with infractions? Yes. So the one who does not follow the procedure also should not be perceived as helping our system. So and that is why that procedure was told.
So what you're saying now is, yes, he hasn't done the right thing for not declaring his assets.
I'm not saying that in criminal justice, which is another issue here now. If you look at section 36 of our Constitution of 1999 as amended, there is a presumption of innocence. The accused is presumed innocent until the case has been proved beyond all reasonable doubt. And that's why we are having problems labeling people as corrupt. The question we ask is that if you claim someone is corrupt, why don't you drive the process through?
So what now? He was summoned.
Yes.
He didn't appear. Are you saying that it was just right? But we found out that even we had almost all the old sons in Nigeria that were in attendance there, but he was not there.
Without being sentimental, the tribunal admitted he was not properly served.
So he has a right.
So why should he be expected to appear? In fact, it is a honor that some lawyers came to represent him.
Okay.
It's a simple issue. You see, and we've had many cases. I have been personally embarrassed by EFCC going to court to lose cases. There are procedures. Follow the procedures. If you are traveling abroad, for instance, you get to the boarding gate and you are telling them that no, I'm not going to show you my boarding pass. Then you stay back and the aircraft moves. There is a procedure to follow. Let's follow this procedure. And that is why we are having some crisis in this country.
Okay, we have Barrister Jide Ologun in the studio with us. He has told us that yes, there's a procedure. He's not saying that probably the CJN is right or is wrong, but there's a procedure for him to be summoned and for him to appear. Well, stay back. We're still on the show. We're still talking about this CJN saga. We'll be right back after this short break. Please don't go anywhere.
Allegation say Marina you we want, Marina you we sabi. These other people na mouth them there. All these other people na jagga them sabi.
Oh yes, so people of Lagos State say na President Muhammadu Buhari them go vote for this election when they come so because them don't see all the good work what they do to make our country better. Election time na the time for sweet mouth. Some of them fit to use sweet mouth collect banana from monkey hand. But President Buhari na proper talk na do person. That is why we all go vote him. So if it to complete all the good work what they do for Lagos State and everywhere for Nigeria. People of Lagos, make we all come out on election day and vote Muhammadu Buhari as president of Nigeria. Professor Yemi Oshibajo, vice president. This one na time for the next level of
Marina you we want.
na a couple support group power this message.
Welcome back. The show is still Perspective, and with me in the studio is Habib Abdul, my co-anchor, and Barrister Jide Ologun. He's been talking to us about the arraignment of the CJN. The topic is it a matter of legality? Is it a matter of is it political, or is it a matter of integrity? And he has said that there's a process, there's a procedure that the CJN was not summoned in the right way. Abi, what do you have to say to that?
Yes, okay, talking about procedures, you mentioned along the line that they should have reported to the National Judicial Council. But the head of that National Judicial Council is still the same Chief Justice of Nigeria. Are we not reporting him to himself?
I wonder.
No. The council is different from the body. Just like you have the Police Service Commission also.
Okay.
All right. And if you look at section 153 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, that body was established just like you have INEC and other bodies too,
Okay.
for some services. These things are in the Constitution and we must just follow. I mean, I'm not the one that is writing the news. You saw that because the tribunal took the wrong step, the case got stalled to the point that the vice president even came out to tell us that the president was not aware. That was an embarrassment. It's like asking now about when the masked mobile policemen invaded the National Assembly.
Let me just
up till now, they have not told us who gave the order from above.
Let me hold your thoughts there.
Yes.
Before we go on, the number to call is 0906 7575260. You can tell us your own perspective of this story. 0906 7575260. You see, now you have said something. This issue of an order from above. Who is this above? It's always above and above and above, and you just find out there's no above in anywhere.
There is an above somewhere. There's an above somewhere. The first lady, was very bold to declare to us that there's a cabal managing the affairs of this country.
But and if, not told us who the cabals are.
They are afraid to tell us who the cabal. If you have been monitoring, you would have identified some of them. For example, let me give you, after the invasion of the National Assembly, the Vice President fired the DG of the DSS.
Let me hold your thought there. We have a call. Hello.
So,
we have a call. Sorry, let me hold your thought. Hello, good morning. Okay, please do call us back. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yes, I can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, please, if you... Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Sebastian. I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay, what's your perspective of this, Sebastian from Abuja?
My name is Sebastian.
I can hear you. Go on.
I'm calling from Abuja.
Yes, what do you have to say to this?
I just want to make comment after that discussion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Nigeria has become something else. Honestly, I'm already. As far as that CJN stuff, and the problem is that this government has not been able to accept the rule of law. And then you just sit the other one. I know you have to do some complex. Nobody has said anything about it. You have to look at Nigeria. When the Nigeria judiciary comes so far to try it, just 7 days, the case is already in the court. When there's a constitutional position on how to go about the issue, then every need for our government to make it. So let's agree to the rule of law. Any government anywhere in the world that does not agree to the rule of law is too already. You can't continue. It's too already. Yes, sometimes I agree to the rule of law. Very, very difficult because it's about procedures and rest of them, or that procedures and rest of them. But that's not the way to go. Because it takes time to see them get used to it. But if you think you want to really get people and then arrest them and get them because you want to do that to come and put that they are fighting corruption or anything like that, it is not so hard as you like it was. And then I have a problem with government. What I'm looking at that, they Christian secrecy.
Thank you.
We are all black, the man of presidential.
Thank you, Sebastian. Yes, you heard what Sebastian said. He was talking about the rule of law being, not being adhered to in the country.
And when you bring in the political angle, there are references we can, allude to. For example, Nigerians are still worried by the fact that if you study the act establishing EFCC, they have a very wide investigatory power. And look at the case of Ganduje that came out plainly recorded. And the reluctance
but some said
to investigate.
Some said it was doctored. Please, let me hold your thought.
Yes, those can be doctored, but I mean, people. Let's come to one agreement. People are emotional.
Yeah.
People are reasonable.
Yeah.
People are logical.
Okay.
So if I approach your restaurant and I'm paying $10 for a cup of tea, chocolate, and another person is paying $10 for a cup of tea, chocolate, and you are giving that person about 7 types of milk, and you give me 1 type of milk, I must be worried. The principles of good governance says there must be justice, there must be equity. Under section 15 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended, if you look at subsection 5, this government has a responsibility to fight corruption. It's a constitutional obligation, so it's not a favor. But how have we been going about it? At a point, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Akpabio, was arrested by the EFCC on issues of fraud. Now it is a sense. And these are questions Nigerians are asking.
Let me hold your thoughts here.
Yes.
Now, are you telling me there's a saying which goes by, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Yes. Are you telling me that if the politicians are doing the right thing, the man at the forefront of the law, is he also supposed to go in line?
We have not. I'm making a point. We have not concluded he is guilty.
Yeah, but he should be questioned.
He should be questioned. How do you question? What process do you go through? I just told you now. If you were to conclude on Akpabio when he was arrested, you say he is a thief. Right now, between 1977 and 1979, $2.8 billion disappeared from the NNPC account. A tribunal was set up to investigate it, headed by Irikefe, a justice of the Supreme Court, who later rose to become the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And they came out with the findings that that money did not disappear. So, till today, we still don't know what happened to that money. You see, and
As we speak now in my lovely country, about 1.4 trillion naira is spent annually on under recovery, which is the other name given to subsidy. So Nigerians are the ones suffering. I am against anything that is illegal that can further derail us on the path of development. But let's follow the procedures. There are several questions to ask. He just asked a question about Obla now. You see, I mean, there are several questions. Look at the case of Minor.
Okay.
Look at the case of the herdsmen.
Okay.
There are several cases, and that's the political
I hold
angle.
your thoughts there.
People need to see transparency. Two wrongs don't make it right.
We have to go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll talk about these two wrongs making a right, and the way exactly, and the political angle and the way forward to all this. Remember, the number to call is 0906-7575-260. We'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
It's a new dawn for Lagosians, yet better days are coming. Better days that gives us hope and strength. Jide Ologun is determined to keep this hope alive, keeping the smiles on for all Lagosians.
When the desire is for a greater Lagos and good governance that puts the well-being of Lagosians first, the All Progressives Congress APC is the party you can trust. Her governorship candidate, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is the man to vote as governor of Lagos State. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, a man on a mission with a vision to take Lagos State to the next level of infrastructural development. Lagos State deserves continuity in efficient service delivery. Vote Babajide Sanwo-Olu as governor of Lagos State. Vote APC. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ready to serve. This message is powered by Eco Plus Support Group.
Abib, come on.
Okay. Yes.
It's really this CJN
Yes, it's really
for me, from my own point of angle now, from my own point of view now, I feel that it's moving from the legal aspect. It's being encompassed with politics.
Exactly.
Now the CJN's integrity is at stake, because I read one of his accounts that this same assets he forgot to declare, and during the week this account has been freezed. We understand the account has been freezed now. Yeah. So
these things are clear. There are separate issues here.
Okay.
Non-declaration of asset is different from asserting that the proceeds in the asset are fraudulently acquired.
Okay.
There are different issues.
Oh.
So we are focusing
the
on
process will expose
exactly.
a whole lot of things.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm looking at it from this angle.
Yes.
Now, if the process has been flawed, okay, whose responsibility is? I mean, we have lawyers. Why can't we just follow the due process? I remember the late Chief Gani Fahimi. If the government fails to do something, Chief Gani Fahimi will go to court and enforce.
Let's now talk about the due process.
Okay.
Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was speaking about fighting corruption.
Because our time is fast.
There are three elements required. You need thorough investigation, you need diligent prosecution, and you need a committed judiciary. Okay. Have we done this? Processes are critical. Even in mathematics, in school, whatever you are doing. You see, but here, we may want to pretend as if the end justifies the means. The means is as important as the end, and that is the respect we are asking for the rule of law. Nobody is out to exonerate anybody from any crime. Let me now ask you, the Senate President also went through that tunnel. What was the verdict? The case of Ngajiwa, they have not gone to the Supreme Court to dislodge that case. You see, so don't let us let's follow processes. We have cases in America. Recently, the former lawyer of Donald Trump went to jail. Yes. But you see how they follow up. Right now, Donald Trump is still under investigation on his relationship with Russia before the election that brought him into office. These are procedures. Now, we said two wrongs don't make it right. How do you position the fact against what I said earlier about Akpabio, that Oshiomhole, the chairman of APC, came out to say, come to APC, your sins are forgiven, and need to be tutored. on whether that is ethical, on whether it is promoting honesty, on and we have cases. I make reference to the case of Honorable Banikoro, who ran out of the country when this government came in, and he studied from there, came back, EFCC arrested him. He dropped some money with them and promised to bring more. These are disturbing issues in society.
Those are allegations. No, Barrister. Those are not points that have been proven.
Just the same way we did not prove the $2.8 billion that disappeared from NNPC account, and now my country is the headquarters of poverty in the world. I reject that. We need to manage from the resources God has given us in this country. We should not work for more than 3 days in a week. We've been to some countries of the world, and we know how life is there.
Time is never a friend of ours on this show, but because of our time, yes, the deed has been done. There have been reactions, counter reactions. What's the way forward? Briefly, what do we as a nation? What's the way forward?
Chief Olusegun Obasanjo asked Lee Kuan Yew, who translated Singapore from a third world country to a first world country, that what did you do? And the man simply told him, we decided to do the right thing and to continue to do the right thing. Let us use the resources of this country for the benefit of this country. Let's stop our greed. Let's stop all this power game and everything. Nigeria has the second largest deposit of bitumen in the whole world. Why do we have bad roads? I was listening to you, what you went through on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You see, and you can drive around America if you have the time. These our leaders visit Canada. They go to the UAE. Go and see what Sheikh Zayed turned a desert into a paradise. How did he achieve that? So let our leaders come together. That the earlier they begin to develop this country for the benefit of all, the earlier they will have peace. If they don't embark on that developmental journey, they themselves, there will be a lot of dramas.
Anyway, what are we supposed to do?
Sovereignty belongs to you people.
Okay.
Go and study chapter 2 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. Sovereignty belongs to the people, but many of you are afraid to engage issues.
Many of us.
Exactly. and they know you are afraid, because I cannot imagine.
Anyway, we have to go.
I cannot imagine. Look at what you've read about the yellow vest protest going on in France.
Okay.
You've read about what is going on in Sudan.
Don't let's go there.
When we are ready, and this election that is coming is another one. Even though I'm afraid, those who will really go out to vote may not be able to interpret between the lines.
Anyway,
because for them, a half bread is better than none. But for me, you don't give me half bread, you give me full bread.
Full bread or nothing.
That's what I decide.
Okay, for Barrister Ologun this morning, is either a full bread or nothing. Oh my God! The way forward is that the due process should be followed, and we should. Okay. Well, anyway, like we always say on this show, the elections are so near, and we'll always tell you. I would always say that go to the elections with your eyes wide open. Vote wisely. Do not vote party. Vote antecedent. Vote right and vote well. And please do not sell your vote, because that's the only way Nigeria can move forward. Nigeria is work in progress. I believe that Nigeria can get better. Thank you very much for being our guest this morning, Barrister.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
I know you have so much to say. I know I'll call you some other time, and I believe you'll come to help us with other topics also. Thank you, I appreciate it. I've been doing this morning with Abib Abdul. We got to go.
Yes, we gotta go. It's been a wonderful time. Yeah, just like you said, Nigeria is work in progress, and we will make that progress.
Yes, it will come your way, same time, same station next week. I am Yinka Kenny. Bye for now.